Another day, another story. Of the receiving of stolen property. Section 410 of IPC. Stolen property, the possession whereof has been transferred by theft, or by extortion, or by robbery, and property which has been criminally misappropriated, in respect of which criminal breach of trust has been committed, is designated as stolen property, whether the transfer has been made, or the misappropriation or breach of trust has been committed, within or without India. But, if such property subsequently comes into the possession of a person legally entitled to the possession thereof, it then ceases to be stolen property. Section 411 of IPC. Dishonestly receiving stolen property. Whoever dishonestly receives or retains any stolen property, knowing or having reason to believe the same to be stolen property, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine, or with both. Section 412 of IPC. Dishonestly receiving property stolen in the commission of a dacoity. Whoever dishonestly receives or retains any stolen property, the possession whereof he knows or has reason to believe to have been transferred by the commission of dacoity, or dishonestly receives from a person, whom he knows or has reason to believe to belong or to have belonged to a gang of dacoits, property which he knows or has reason to believe to have been stolen, shall be punished with imprisonment for life, or with rigorous imprisonment for a term which may extend to 10 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Section 413 of IPC. Habitually dealing in stolen property. Whoever habitually receives or deals in property which he knows or has reason to believe to be stolen property, shall be punished with 1 imprisonment for life, or with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Section 414 of IPC. Assisting in concealment of stolen property. Whoever voluntarily assists in concealing or disposing of or making away with property which he knows or has reason to believe to be stolen property, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine, or with both. Of cheating. Section 415 of IPC. Cheating. Whoever, by deceiving any person, fraudulently or dishonestly induces the person so deceived to deliver any property to any person, or to consent that any person shall retain any property, or intentionally induces the person so deceived to do or omit to do anything which he would not do or omit if he were not so deceived, and which act or omission causes or is likely to cause damage or harm to that person in body, mind, reputation or property, is said to cheat. Explanation. A dishonest concealment of facts is a deception within the meaning of this section. Illustrations. A. By falsely pretending to be in the civil service, intentionally deceives Z, and thus dishonestly induces Z to let him have on credit goods for which he does not mean to pay. A cheats. B. A. By putting a counterfeit mark on an article, intentionally deceives Z into a belief that this article was made by a certain celebrated manufacturer, and thus dishonestly induces Z to buy and pay for the article. A cheats. C. A. By exhibiting to Z a false sample of an article, intentionally deceives Z into believing that the article corresponds with the sample, and thereby dishonestly induces Z to buy and pay for the article. A cheats. D. A. By tendering in payment for an article a bill on a house with which a keeps no money, and by which a expects that the bill will be dishonored, intentionally deceives Z, and thereby dishonestly induces Z to deliver the article, intending not to pay for it. A cheats. A. By pledging as diamond articles which he knows are not diamonds, intentionally deceives Z, and thereby dishonestly induces Z to lend money. A cheats. F. A. Intentionally deceives Z into a belief that a means to repay any money that Z may lend to him and thereby dishonestly induces Z to lend him money, not intending to repay it. A cheats. G. A. Intentionally deceives Z into a belief that a means to deliver to Z a certain quantity of indigo plant which he does not intend to deliver, and thereby dishonestly induces Z to advance money upon the faith of such delivery. A cheats. But if A, at the time of obtaining the money, intends to deliver the indigo plant, and afterwards breaks his contract and does not deliver it, he does not cheat, but is liable only to a civil action for breach of contract. H. A. Intentionally deceives Z into a belief that A has performed as part of a contract made with Z, which he has not performed, and thereby dishonestly induces Z to pay money. A cheats. I. A sells and conveys an estate to B. A. Knowing that in consequence of such sale he has no right to the property, sells or mortgages the same to Z, without disclosing the fact of the previous sale and conveyance to B, and receives the purchase or mortgage money from Z. A cheats. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.